I knew that I'm going out as soon as I was eliminated, because when I heard that I'm eliminated with Awez, Nagma and Mridul, and all of them have huge following on social media, we both started as a fun and jokes and all, and I do think the only reason he went serious with that was because people started pointing out to him that, oh, she's speaking a lot with other guys. Yeah, it was a bit shocking when he said, like, you can speak with other boys like you speak with me. It's very hard to build something real in a TV show. That's a one point. And secondly, we were just there for 3 weeks, so just dancing and doing jokes, it's not the way to build something genuine. So it was very hurtful to hear, like, oh, she's using him. But I didn't came to Mridul. Mridul kind of started the thing and I played along.
Yeah. It's your picture with Baseer, your picture with Mridul, and then you know who's your favorite pair.
I will see Mridul and Baseer when they out. And then we will see who still remember me. You know, who knows? Now I'm out of the show. Maybe they will get some love angles with someone, you know. And when I heard that then Nehal went to Farhana and they did the thing, I kind of in back of my mind thought that Nehal is trying to find someone to make the drama.
Awez and their relationship, and people are, you know, judging them, saying Awez has cheated on Nagma.
If somebody will enter the house from Awez past, it might cause a stir. So then only I will be feeling bad for Nagma if she was played.
Well, it's often said that the Bigg Boss house is not for the very kind and sweet people, and this week's elimination has again proven the fact. Well, Natalia joins me only on FPJ Showbiz after a short but really sweet stint on Bigg Boss 19. Hi Natalia, not so good to see you as I told you.
But it's good to see you.
Yes, thank you so much. But you know, everybody was so disheartened because when somebody who's actually played very honestly and without any dirt, it is of course disheartening to see them outside. How was it for you when you came out?
I will be honest, I knew that I'm going out as soon as I was eliminated, because when I heard that I'm eliminated with Awez, Nagma and Mridul, and all of them have huge following on social media, and I don't have that much big fan base in India, I knew that I'm kind of losing and there's nobody to save me. So I kind of were ready that it's me. Although I think that I could stay a bit longer because I was in really good connections with the housemates. It was a really bad timing.
That is true. I agree completely. But you know, the task that happened, which put you in nomination, the timing task, a lot of people were a little disappointed with how it was performed through Mridul, and everybody who actually pressed the buzzer before the timing, and you know, y'all were one of them, and y'all were the farthest from the number that was given. But did you feel a little, you know, disappointed in him that, you know, you should have done it more carefully, because you guys had planned that you will press it and you know the timing also?
We didn't plan who is gonna press it. We were just counting. But to be honest, when I heard that I'm paired with Mridul, and Mridul is very bubbly, funny, I knew that when people start approaching him, he will lose the count. Like, that was the feeling, the gut inside. So when he pressed the button, I was far from the number. And I went out and I said, like, too fast, like really too fast. And I knew that Baseer kind of regretted not saving me right after he left, because he thought it's going to be eviction from the house. And from his point of view, I was safe because we were close friends. And Nehal, who was close with him, had beef in the house, I would say, in a delicate way. But when I told him, listen, you know that if I will be in nominations, I don't have yet that big fan base. Then he realized, and he really supported me. He was there in a room when I was counting. But I kind of felt, I was like, if I'm taking part in this task, probably I'm going to be nominated. And that happened.
Yeah, it sadly did. we saw a very sweet bonding between you and Mridul. Now, of course, as much as it was sweet and genuine and honest, a lot of people outside got a bit too serious and sensitive about it. And I know it was all in fun and games, and you genuinely considered him a friend. But the angle of calling you a bhabhi and
Yes.
come to Noida and all of that, it became a little bit of an issue outside because people got really serious about it, that he likes you but you don't like him back and all of that. I'm sure in the coming days you will read more about it on Twitter and Insta. But what was going on in your mind? Was it all fun and games always for you?
Well, the question is if Mridul was genuine, like that he really like me, or he was also having fun playing alone. He's a YouTuber. He know how to entertain people. So obviously he knew that boy from Noida and foreigner girl just looks fun. And he's younger. He have kind of different culture. So I think we both started as a fun and jokes and all. And I do think the only reason he went serious with that was because people started pointing out to him that, oh, she's speaking a lot with other guys. So they kind of put in him this doubt that he came with to me. And yeah, it was a bit shocking when he said, like, you can speak with other boys like you speak with me. Obviously, I took it partly as a joke, but it became a bit heavy.
Yeah.
Because for me, Mridul is a sweet boy and I like him a lot. But people then didn't understand my ways.
Yes.
For example, that I didn't vote for him at the captaincy. But people missed the points where, for example, I lost the bet and it was not Mridul who stood up for me, but Baseer. When I was attacked by Abhishek, Mridul didn't support me. Instead, he stayed with Abhishek.
Yeah.
So if the support is coming from one side, it's a bit sad. So obviously it made me sad when I heard that I was not the one supporting. But nobody asked if I was supported, and at the end I was nominated. But I told Mridul I have no hard feelings, and I genuinely like him, and I told him, listen, we're gonna meet when I'm left, so Babu is going to Noida, as I promised. I will go to Noida. And let's be honest, it's very hard to build something real in a TV show. That's a one point. And secondly, we were just there for 3 weeks. So just dancing and doing jokes, it's not the way to build something genuine. So I think we both were entertaining ourselves. And if we were able to entertain people outside, that's lovely. But I also want to clear that I had no idea who is who when I entered the house. So I was judging people and getting along accordingly to how I feel. So it was very hurtful to hear like, oh, she's using him. But I didn't came to Mridul. Mridul kind of started the thing and I played along and it backfired at me. Because people kind of were expecting that if you close with someone as a friend, then you need to support their actions in the show. But that doesn't work this way, you know? We can have different opinions, but still be close. And I think this show is showing it very well.
I think if you were using him, as some people are claiming, you wouldn't come out of that serious conversation and tell everybody that, he said this to me and this is a little surprising, because you accepted that it was shocking for you and you didn't play along that, yeah, even I am serious.
I didn't, I could play, I could even say, oh, I'm going to vote for Mridul because it's so sweet and all. But I would be fake in that. And I consider myself a true person. During this voting, I was called out by Abhishek again for not supporting Mridul when he was hurt, which is not true. And it's shown on videos that I was there all the time. So it was just him trying to kind of change Mridul's mind about me. And again, after this attack, I was like, I can't handle being just all the time attacked and attacked. And my decisions were made on that, being just simply hurt. And I cried at some point in the show because I was genuinely close with Baseer as a friend. We had the same topics, same vibes. And also close with Mridul in a fun way, in a cute way. And the last thing I would like is to play with anyone's feelings. So hearing that I was going to sideways or cheating on someone is a bit, it was going a bit too far. I didn't enter the show to find the love of my life, or it's not too hot to handle, right?
That exactly, it's not too hot to handle. That is so true. But there was a very sweet clip of Baseer telling you that he really feels differently when he's with you and he likes you as a person. And I don't know what intent he said that with. We just watched on our screens, but
Yeah.
you were present there. A lot of people outside started this two pairings, your picture with Baseer, your picture with Mridul, and then who's your favorite pair. All
Oh,
of these
I
things
know.
started happening. Uh, were there any romantic feelings involved from Baseer's side?
You know, I feel a bit bad for Basir that he's seen as this Casanova kind of figure. Generally, I believe he have this kind of vibe of a flirty person. He like to flex his muscles, show his chest. That's who he is, and you can like it or not.
Yeah.
But if I need to decide based on how he was treating me, I feel like he was one of the most genuine persons, according to me, for me. He took care of me when I lost bed. He was the one supporting me, trying to uplift me in my worst moments. When I felt sad, when I cried because of kind of the tear that caused between Mridul and Baseer that both kind of likes me, was Baseer who told Mridul that, hey, you should go and talk with her. She's there. He knew wherever I was, like somewhere away, that I'm probably having some issue. So we become friends. But I don't think it's fair to say if it was something romantic after just 3 weeks in the house. And also, you need to remember we are in a TV show, and it's hard to tell who's genuine. So I will see Mridul and Baseer when they out, and then we will see who still remember me. Who knows? Now I'm out of the show. Maybe they will get some love angles
Oh,
with
yeah.
someone, because it's still a long way to go. So it's hard to judge.
There's a very important point that I would like to discuss with you because you were involved in that task, the stool and the ribbon task that was
Ha.
happening in which you fell down. And Abhishek was doing something with your stool and you fell down. And of course, I understand that it was a task, but in the end, you got a little bit of whatever. You fell down, and a lot of people started shouting that be a little careful because there are girls involved.
Yeah.
And then the entire Farhana incident happened when he went and just picked her up. Again, that was wrong and it was not consensual. He shouldn't have. But both these things he didn't intentionally do. He didn't
Yeah.
want to make you fall. He picked her up out of nowhere. I don't know why. He shouldn't have. But the card that was played and which was pointed out by both Salman and Farah on weekend episodes was a very important point because we live in a world where we have struggled so much to even have conversations about feminism. And rightly, Farah said that this is taking us 100 years back when you use that card where it's not supposed to be used, right? These are small, tiny things happened in the gist of the task. It shouldn't have been blown up so much. What is your take on that as a woman and as somebody who also got hurt in that very same task?
First of all, we're talking about Abhishek. He do first, think later. That this is this kind of person.
That is true.
So he had no bad intention. He even thought about, like he didn't even had that thought about that might be not good to leave the girl or something. So the situation here for me, maybe because I'm from Europe, maybe because I'm sporty and I used to do many things in my life. I was in the shows like Fear Factor in Europe, so I know how this goes. So I took it really lightly. Even Awez joked that, oh, she's a good actress, she felt like pro. And Abhishek even said, oh, she's a skydiver. I didn't get offended. I mean, in this show you could, because that's how the show runs.
Correct.
But for me, it's too small issue to make it big. But then Nehal came to me and she said, why don't you raise this issue? And I explained it that it was during the task and it was not intentional. So I don't really have a thing to blame here. And to be honest, I would rather be rejected than have my name affected outside as a person who is making issues out of nothing. And when I heard that then Nehal went to Farhana and they did the thing, I kind of in back of my mind thought that Nehal is trying to find someone to make the drama and that she can kind of be included in. But I also told Nehal in the face, because that's who I am, that I think something that maybe she thought it's right, turn it against her. You know, but I didn't wanted to judge Farhana, and I didn't took part in this drama because simply I don't know her religion.
Yeah.
I don't know culture of her, Kashmir, wherever there is. So I don't want to be disrespectful, and something that for me it's okay might be crossing boundaries of somebody else. So I'm the last person to judge that.
That's so sweet of you. But lastly, before we wrap this conversation, there are so many things said about Nagma, who also got eliminated with you, and Awez and their relationship, and people are, judging them, saying Awez has cheated on Nagma, and Bashir sort of, he started saying all of that, and then Amal joined in, and these clips unfortunately went viral. And now there's another person who's an ex-Splitsvilla contestant who's come out, and she's claiming that Awez used to flirt with her when he was with Nagma. You have seen the couple closely inside the house. What do you think? Are they real? Because some people are now also claiming they have just become a couple for Bigg Boss.
First of all, Nagma is a sweetheart. I like them both. I can't judge them because I don't know them personally. I just get to know them on the show, and they were very cute and sweet together. You need to remember that people outside climbing things also are climbing things because they want that 5 minutes of fame, and we're used to that in entertainment. I heard about their wedding plans, so I don't think it's set up if somebody is talking about a wedding. But also, I don't know reality, so I guess we need to wait and see. If somebody will enter the house from Awez past, it might cause a stir. So then only I will be feeling bad for Nagma if she was played. But I do hope it's just a rumor. And I kind of focus on my things, because I have now Masti 4 is coming from me. I have one more movie coming after. So 2 Bollywood movies with me are coming. I'm working on new movies, on projects. And kind of this social media dramas are a bit far from me. I feel like the shows for me are more like Jalak Diklaja or even Fear Factor, something task-based. Because in my life, I'm used to drama, and I'm kind of used to avoiding in times that there are so many important things in my life that the last thing would be fighting over eggs in Bigg Boss,
That is true.
But I loved the show. I'm thankful for Colors. I'm thankful for Gio for having me. I wish I could go back and see how Mridul and Baseer would act on me coming back, but not too soon, Let them do what they do, and that would be very interesting, because I know many people are asking me now what would happen. I'm like, well, I would need to go back to tell you that.
Lovely. We would love to see you back in the house. But thank you so much, Natalia. There are very few sweet people who survive in the Bigg Boss house. You have managed to do so for 3 weeks and without picking up any fights. So we're all very proud of you, and India loves you now.
Thank you so much. And I'm very happy to work in here. Hi, FPG show page. It's Natalia Janoszek, and watch me on your channel.